Hello, everybody, and welcome to the SUNY Potsdam broadcast of women's soccer. Today, the Bears host the College at Brockport Golden Eagles, and these teams are in a tight race for the last playoff spot. Right now, Brockport is 1 point ahead of the Bears and Oswego, who are both tied for 7th place. So a victory today by Potsdam would leapfrog them into the final playoff spot. Oswego does not play until tonight at Cortland at 7 p.m. That'll be a tough one for them, but that, like our game today, was pushed back because of weather. You had a lot of pouring rain, heavy winds, and some thunder and lightning earlier. Hopefully that is done. It seems to be much better. It's still a pretty gloomy day out, and it's still kind of sprinkling on and off, and we expect more weather as the game goes on, but hopefully the worst is over. But again, both of these teams need a victory today. If Brockport wins, I think that will cement them as the 6th and final team in the SUNYAC playoffs. And, Potsdam can move into that spot, but it won't be decided today. So real quick, we'll run through the starting lineup for the Brockport Golden Eagles. In goal is Juliana Parisi, Lara Canber, Julia Mascaro, Katie Hodling, Carly Mann, Sam Magrak, Francesca Polcaro, Sophia D'Angelo, Ellen Walpole, Kylie Longin, and Sydney Smith. And for the Bears, in goal, the freshman Savannah Bowie. And then in front of her, Shayna Lenny, Leah Karabak, Maeve Morsey, Kinley Burns, Sammy Dentel, Emily Metz, Megan Sardi, Emma Robbins, Sarah Emmy, and Mackenzie Bowie. And we are underway. Emmy plays it back to Sardi. To the near side for Lenny. Lenny plays it ahead. Brockport gets control, and that was Francesca Polcaro. Now Potsdam gets it back. Metz sends it to the far side. Chipped ahead for Sardi. That was Robbins who had it briefly for Potsdam. Here is Kylie Longin. Longin plays it ahead. Now kicked away by Sammy Dentel. And we'll have a throw-in for Brockport right at midfield, just 35 seconds into this one, and that's sent into Ellen Walpole. Now, kicked ahead by Brockport. Here is Polcaro, and that skips by everybody towards the sideline. Lenny is going to hunt it down. In pursuit is Smith, and that'll go out of play. So a throw-in coming up for Brockport. This is Sam Magrak. Magrak sends it in off of Longin's head into the corner. Lenny will kick it out of play. Another throw-in coming in for Brockport. Here's Magrak to throw it in again. Headed up in the air by Lenny. Magrak sends it towards the net, kind of loose in front. There's a chance here for Canber. Now to Longin, and now knocked away by the Bears. Hustling after it is Walpole. Walpole in the corner now for Brockport. And that'll go over the end line, and it's going to be a goal kick for Potsdam. 43:15 to go. We're still scoreless here. Again, in the standings, Brockport has 7 points. Potsdam with 6. Oswego, who plays later tonight as well, they also have 6. And all those 3 teams are vying for the final spot. Oneonta's still alive as well, but just barely. They've got 4 points. Moved ahead by the Bears. Knocked back. Here's Longin. Longin puts a cross in front, and that'll get by everybody. It'll be scooped up by Bowie. Headed down by Brockport. Here's Karabak playing it over for Emmy. Emmy turns around. Got a little room to move. She's got Bowie ahead of her, Mackenzie Bowie. And now she'll play it back to Burns. Burns on the far side across midfield. And I think an inadvertent handball there. And I believe that was number 2, Lara Canber. Kind of rode up on her. So that's sent long towards the box. Here's Emmy hustling after it for Potsdam. And good idea there by Emmy trying to put a cross in front, but it's deflected over the end line by Magrak, and Potsdam's going to have their first corner kick of the contest. 41-35 on the clock, and it's going to be Mackenzie Bowie to take the kick. And that's headed up in the air by a Golden Eagle, then headed out over the end line by Metz. And I guess it went off of a Golden Eagle, so Potsdam's going to have another corner kick, this time on the far corner, and it's going to be Megan Sardi to take the kick. Sardi puts it in play. Headed down by Brockport, not really cleared. And now here come the Golden Eagles. Played to the far side, hustling after to Sydney Smith. Sydney Smith across midfield. Metz in front of her. Now she'll slow it down, let some of her teammates catch up to her. To the far side, I think that is Sophia D'Angelo. Played back to Mascaro. Mascaro puts one in front, and that's shot wide. And trying to see the number on the Golden Eagle. Nice play there. Put it in front, and she just chipped it wide. And that is Lara Canber, who put it up just a little bit wide left. So we'll have a goal kick for Potsdam. Kinley Burns to take it for the Bears. 39:50 to go. Sent towards midfield. That was off of Mascaro. And here's Maeve Morrissey playing it ahead, looking for Bowie. And we'll have a throw in for Brockport. Now a throw in for Potsdam, 39-17. Knocked down by the Golden Eagles, out of play again. Potsdam will throw it in another time here, and it's Robbins who will do the honors. Sardi with it now for Potsdam. Ahead for Bowie. Bowie's got Morrissey and Emmy with her. Played ahead, and that's going to give it by everybody, be a goal kick for Brockport. 38:50 to go in the first half. Still scoreless. Booted back towards midfield. Robbins battling a Golden Eagle, and Canber comes away with it. Long ball ahead, slowed down by Burns. Here's a chance in front. Smith sends it over the crossbar, and it should be a goal kick, and it will be for Potsdam. That was number 25, Sydney Smith, with an opportunity there. Quick rush there by the Golden Eagles. Ended up turning into another scoring opportunity. Brockport held their own with first place Plattsburgh yesterday, falling 2-1. And turnaround by Brockport. Potsdam gets it back, plays ahead for Emmy, taken away. And to the near side, Sydney Smith looking to play the ball downfield. Gets by Lenny. She's got Longan with her. Plays it in the corner. Longan's going to go get it. Smith will cut in front of the net. Gets around Burns. And that'll be knocked over the end line by Lenny. And a corner kick coming up for Brockport. Looks like Mascaro, number 6, I believe, will take the kick here. I think Longan thought she was going to take it, but saw Mascaro coming up. Mascaro, excuse me. That is headed wide by the Golden Eagles. I think that was number 13, Magrak, with a header wide. So that was wide right. Brockport getting their opportunities, just hasn't got one on goal yet. Here's Burns to kick it away for Potsdam. 36-36 left in the first half. Burns puts it upfield, headed down by Magrak. Back to Lenny. She puts it forward off of Mascaro. Now to the far side, Maeve Morrissey tries to chip it ahead, and now finally moves looking for Mackenzie Bowie. Taken away by the Golden Eagles, though. Looking for Magrak there. It'll be a throw-in for Potsdam. Shayna Lenny will throw this in. Karabak now for Potsdam along the sideline. And that'll be kicked out by the Golden Eagles. Lenny throws it in pretty deep off of Sardi, now headed down by Polcaro. Now back the other way. Morrissey's going to hustle after it. Canberra is there as well for Brockport. Morrissey trying to turn the corner. She keeps it alive. And now it's deflected over to the corner, over the sideline. Potsdam will have a throw-in. And it's going to be Emma Robbins to throw it in for the Bears. 35 even to go in the first half. Picked up by Brockport on the throw-in. Played ahead. Looking for Longin. Burns gets there first. Played it forward. Emmy was cutting to the net, but Brockport cut off the pass. And back comes Canberra. Plays it long. Burns will pick it up, battling with Smith. That'll go over the sideline. Potsdam will have a throw-in. Robbins again. 34-30 on the clock. Headed back in. It'll go off of a Golden Eagle, an inadvertent handball there off of 24 Longin. Potsdam restarts it quickly. Here's Sardi. Metz trying to slow her down. Canberra picks it up for Brockport. Robbins takes it away. Here comes Robbins on the far side, and that'll go off of Mascaro and out of play. Potsdam have throw in right in front of their bench. 34 minutes to go in the first half. That'll be kicked out. Robbins will be pushed back a little bit. That's headed out by Canberra. Potsdam inching their way up the field with throw-ins here. Robbins again. Headed towards middle of the field. That's Mascaro. Long ball. Burns is going to play it back to Bowie in goal. She'll kick it over to the far side. That actually went off the side of her foot, I think, and over the sideline. So a Brockport throw-in coming up. Golden Eagles put in play into Longin. Longin puts a cross. That's deflected over the end line. And it'll be a corner kick coming up for the Golden Eagles, and it's going to be Julia Mascaro to take the kick. Number 6 in the corner for Brockport. Mascaro starts it off in front, punched away, and twice by Bowie, and it goes over the end line. So I think Bowie made the save. Now she's on the ground, slow to get up.
Alright, so who just shot that? Do we get shot? Because it was shot twice, right?
Yes, it was put on goal twice by Brockport, trying to check on the numbers there. And now...
Do you want to just give it to someone? Yes, sir! Or do you want to give it to someone else?
I believe Bears trainer Alex Birking is out there checking on Savannah Bowie.
Wait, it was on target, right?
Yeah.
Shot.
Going in that goalie. 23 is going in for goalie.
So it sounds like Bowie's going to come out of the game and Chloe Gordon will go in. Gordon played yesterday against Geneseo. Can't quite tell if Bowie's having a shoulder or a neck looked at, or maybe some kind of concussion protocol.
Shot the first one, that too. And they're both safe shots.
Yeah, I like that. I seriously was looking in the locker room like,
Well, hopefully Bowie will be able to come back in later. So we'll be right back. And now it looks like Bowie is back up, but she's all right, and she will stay in the contest. So 2 big saves before she was injured on the play. And that was it. I guess it ended up with a crossing line off of a Golden Eagle, so it'll be a goal kick here for the Bears. 32:18 to go. So Bears on the far side, long ball ahead, and nobody's there but Katie Hodling for the Golden Eagles. Here comes Canberra, plays it forward, taken away by Metz, and that goes off Canberra. Should be a Potsdam throw, and it will be. Robbins restarts it quickly up for Morrissey. Looking for Bowie. Here comes Metz. Sends it forward, goes past Morrissey, out of play. A Brockport throw-in coming up. 31-22 to go in the first half. Still scoreless. And it looks like we'll have a foul against Brockport. Potsdam with a free kick. Dentel sends it long. Sent back the other way by D'Angelo. And it'll go off of a Bear. Looks like Canberra is going to throw it in. I think she moved too far upfield, and then she left it for D'Angelo. Robbins heads it up for Morrissey, and it's kicked out by Polcaro. Potsdam another throw-in past Morrissey. D'Angelo can't control it, goes off her. Another throw-in for Potsdam. A lot of throw-ins in front of the benches over there. Ahead for Bowie. Knocks it down, doesn't control it. Played back the other way, and now Kinley Burns drives it long. Hodling chases it down, keeps it away from Morrissey. Up for Robbins. Longen now with it for Brockport. She'll cut towards the middle of the field. Play it ahead for Sydney Smith. Knocked down. Sends it in the corner, but nobody's there except some black jerseys as they'll let it go over the end line. Goal kick for Potsdam. Francesca Polcaro was cutting to the right, and the ball was sent to the left, and nobody was over there for Brockport. Burns will kick it for Potsdam. Sent towards midfield, skips past everybody. D'Angelo won't be able to stop it. Potsdam have a throw in front of the Brockport bench.
Guys, find the weak side. It's wide open.
Robbins sends it in. D'Angelo gets there first. Taken away by Bowie, and now they're going to say Bowie fouled D'Angelo, so 25 fouled 20, and now kicked ahead. Robbins stops it briefly. Mascaro gets it back, plays it back to Carly Mann, number 9. Sent to the near side for Magrak. Emmy slows her down, doesn't stop her. Played ahead by Walpole. Polcaro, and now back in the other direction. Here is Karabak for Potsdam, getting tangled up with Polcaro. Smith gets control, and that goes through the wickets on Walpole and goes back to Hodling. Hodling plays it ahead for Smith. Smith back to Magrak on the sideline. Pass ahead, deflected by Lenny, and that will go out of play off of Sydney Smith, and Potsdam will have a throw in. 27:55 to go here, still scoreless in the first half. This one means a lot. In the standings, again, Brockport with a 1-point lead over Potsdam. They currently sit in the 6th and final playoff spot. A Potsdam victory today would put them in front. And then Oswego, who is also tied with the Bears, plays at Cortland tonight at 7 p.m. Back the other way, Polcaro. Cross midfield, the good speed there. Met's right with her. Plays it to Smith on the right side. Smith has that deflect off of Burns over the end line, and a corner kick coming up for Brockport. And looks like Mascaro will take the corner kick for Brockport, number 6. A mix of the black and white jerseys right in front of Savannah Bowie in goal. Mascaro puts it up, and that is headed high by number 2, Lara Canber, over the crossbar, and Potsdam will have a goal kick. Burns with a line drive there, and that's knocked back in the other direction by Polcaro. So we'll have another goal kick coming up. 26 even to go in the first half in a scoreless contest. Burns with another low kick. Canber will deflect that one over the sideline. Potsdam will have a throw in. Robbins again. A lot of throw-ins. Kenzie Bowie plays it ahead for Maeve Morrissey, but Brockport puts a stop to that. Collision here. Polcaro comes away with it. Plays it ahead off of Longen. Pops into the air. Canber with it, now kicked away, not very far. Polcaro plays it ahead. Here's Longen in front, and she shoots it just wide. Had the whole net, but But Bowie came out and altered her shot. I don't think she touched it, but she tried to move to the right. And it goes wide right. So that's probably the best scoring opportunity for Brockport so far. That is the 7th shot, or the 8th actually, by Brockport. It'll go out of play. Magrak will throw it in for Brockport. Emmy plays it ahead for Bowie. Back to Emmy. Moves it up. Magrak hustling after her. Emmy has it taken away there by Carly Mann. Now Emmy gets it back. Trying to create something for Potsdam. Karabak plays it forward in a foot race. Metz and Magrak. And Magrak's going to send it out of play. Potsdam throw in. 23:55 to go here first half. Again, this game started late, originally scheduled for 1 p.m., but strong winds and thunderstorms pushed it back to a 4 o'clock start. Must be worse downstate, as Oswego and Cortland are not playing until 7 o'clock tonight. Sent towards midfield, and Dentel is going to foul long in there. So a free kick coming out for Brockport. 23:20 to go. Brockport has been all around the Potsdam net. 2 big saves by Savannah Bowie, but everything else has sailed wide despite some close calls. 23:02. And Hodling with a long drive there, knocked back the other way by Potsdam. There's D'Angelo, sends it back for Brockport. Burns and Longen will hustle after it, and that'll be kicked out of play by Burns, and a throw-in coming up for Canberra and Brockport. Sent in for D'Angelo, and there is a long shot, and that skips wide. And I believe, was that Julia Mascaro?
6.
Yeah, Mascaro shot that one wide, so that is actually the 8th shot of the afternoon for Brockport. 22:19 to go. Burns towards midfield, knocked down. Here's Polcaro. Polcaro back the other way. She takes a shot, and that goes wide left, so goal kick for the Bears here. So that was number 14 shooting it to the left of the post. $21.50 left in the first half. Burns knocked down there, up for Longen. Longen trying to get around Dentel. That'll go over the sideline. They're going to say off of Dentel, so a quick throw-in for Brockport. In for Polcaro. Here's Longen. And that's off the crossbar. I think that was a pass looking for Sydney Smith, but it was 24 who clangs the crossbar there. So earlier at Brockport today, the men's soccer team lost 2-1. They led it 1-0 on Owen Santos' first career goal, but the Golden Eagles rallied for 2 to take a 2-1 victory there, as that is knocked forward by Burns, bouncing around off of bodies here. Here's Canberra. Over for Mascaro. Dentel in front of her, and that'll be taken away by Sardi. Megan Sardi on the far side for Potsdam. For Karabak. She sends it forward, headed down by Mann. Played ahead by Walpole. Here's Canberra again, trying to get around Robbins. Pretty even in a foot race there. And Robbins went down first. Canberra went down second. They called the foul on Robbins, and it'll be a free kick for Brockport on the far side. Julia Mascaro, number 6, taking the kick here. Put into the box, headed by Magrak, and that is a defensive save there by Emily Metz, number 9, preventing that one from going in. So 13 took the shot, and 9 made the save, and now we'll have a throw-in for Potsdam. So another close call, but Potsdam keeps the ball out of the net. We are still scoreless here with 19:26 to go in the first half. I believe if Brockport gets a victory today, they will be in the playoffs. Nobody will catch them. And then the Oswego-Cortland game, the Oswego game doesn't matter tonight. If Potsdam can come away with a victory here, then it would depend on what Oswego does, with Oswego holding the head-to-head tiebreaker with the Bears. So that's back towards midfield. Mascaro over for Magrak. Back to Mascaro. Now knocked away by Metz. She's going to carry it across midfield. Play a long ball ahead, looking for Maeve Morrissey. Morrissey is going to hustle after it. Can she keep it in? She will not. So we'll have a goal kick for Brockport. Now we've got 3 substitutions for the Bears. So we've got
14.
Shipley,
So 14.
McKenna Crossan,
24 is in.
and Margaret Crossan. So both Crossan sisters and Michaela Shipley into the game for the Bears. Sent back towards midfield. McKenna Crossan plays it ahead, and now kick to the far side. Magrak's going to hustle after it along with McKenna Crossan, and that'll be kicked out of play by Magrak. Potsdam will throw it in. It's going to be Michaela Shipley. Bears looking to create some offense here. Played ahead. Megan Sardi kicks it. That'll go over the end line. We'll have a goal kick for Brockport. 17:32 to go in the first half. Still scoreless. Brockport's had plenty of chances. They have not yet scored. Potsdam trying to create some here. So Carly Mann will take the kick for the Golden Eagles. Sent towards midfield. Here is Polcaro. Plays it ahead. Canberra gets by Robbins. Robbins, I don't think, saw her. Canberra plays out here. Sydney Smith on the right side. Smith puts a cross in front, and that'll go over the net and into the back of the netting. And not sure if that was a pass or a shot, but it goes high over the crossbar either way. And now we will have a goal kick for Potsdam. Kinley Burns will take it. 16:28 to go in the first half.
Turn your head and talk.
There you go. I don't think he was trying to.
Burns headed down by Polcaro. Here is McKenna Crossan, and that'll be kicked out of play. Magrak will throw it in for Brockport. 16:02 to go. Sent into the corner, headed up by Lenny, knocked down by Polcaro. Magrak plays it forward, looking for Longin. Longin with it now. Trying to get away from Metz. Longin looking for some space. She finally gets a little bit. Takes it in the corner, trying to get around Metz. Back to Magrak here. Magrak's going to put one right on goal, and a save made there by Bowie. And Canberra was there in case she didn't get it cleanly. She went down. Bowie went down on her knees and caught it clean. Shipley now plays it over to McKenna Cross, and now taken away by Polcaro. Now ahead for Longin again. Longin to Sydney Smith right here, and that'll be broken up by Burns, and now Lenny won't be able to prevent it from going over the end line. We'll have a corner kick for Brockport. And it will be number 6, Julia Mascaro, to take that one. 15 even to go here, first half, still scoreless. Mascaro puts it in play, and it went off of a Golden Eagle, not a shot though, and it'll go over the end line. Goal kick for Potsdam. So Burns will take the goal kick.
Bears, we're all on one side of the field.
Headed down by Polcaro, ahead for Longen. Longen again with a chance here. Over for Canberra, and she is offsides. So good opportunity there. Nice passing by Brockport, but just a step or two offsides, and that shot went wide right anyway, but another close call for the Bears. Burns launches this towards midfield. Skips across midfield, waiting for it is Hodling, and she moves it ahead. Here's Longen again, played for Walpole. Walpole with a chance, gets it through on goal. Not much on it though, and a save made by Bowie. Number 21 with a shot there and a save. So now Bowie boots it towards midfield, over midfield, all the way back to Hodling.
There you go.
It goes off of Shayna Lenny. McKenna crossing with Magrak behind her. And that'll go over the sideline. They're going to say Bears throw in. Shayna Lenny will take it for Potsdam. 12:53 to go here in the first half. In looking for Sardi. She heads it forward. Here's Margaret crossing now. Plays long ball to the far side of the field. Maeve Morrissey with it now. Trying to get around D'Angelo. Played ahead. Here's McKenna crossing. Broken up by Magrak. There is and that's kicked away by the Golden Eagles. I thought it was a shot at first, but it wasn't. Just deflected over. And we will have a Potsdam. No, they're going to say, is it got to be farther downfield? Yes. So Lenny will move down the sideline. 12:14 to go here first half. Potsdam looking to create a scoring opportunity here. In for Margaret crossing. Back to Lenny, and that's broken up by Canberra. Metz waiting for it though, trying to get it right back in there for Potsdam. And now kicked out by Mascaro, ahead for Longen. Longen's got some space and she's got some speed. She's got Sydney Smith to her right. Trying to get around Burns. Burns broke it up just enough, but not cleared. Now Lenny boots it towards midfield, off of Margaret crossing. Back to Hodling. To the far side for Mascaro. And she'll move it upfield. Plays it ahead. Here's Longen. Trying to turn and fire there. And almost got it away. Metz broke that up though. Polcaro over to Mascaro. And now Walpole to D'Angelo, back to Walpole. And now Burns will kick it out of there over midfield. Hustling after it is Mann. To the near side for Magrak. They turn it around quickly. Magrak didn't handle it cleanly. Walpole now plays it ahead. Polcaro. That's knocked down by Burns. Longen plays it back to Walpole. And they get tangled up there. Now ahead for Margaret crossing for Potsdam. She's got Maeve Morrissey well ahead to the right. And she's going to get it over to her. Now back to crossing. Cutting in front. A nice idea. Couldn't get free though. And now Magrak kicks it to the far side. Morrissey will take control. 10:30 to go here first half. Both teams looking for the first goal of the game. Here's Morrissey. Played it ahead. Nobody there though. That'll go to the end line, and a goal kick coming out for Brockport. So Grace Fitzgerald getting ready to come in for the Bears. Shipley to Morrissey ahead for Margaret Crossan. Plays it towards goal, but it'll go in. It'll go in on Parisi, and she'll pick it up. Now she boots it back towards midfield. Magrak for Hodling. Mascaro now ahead for Polcaro. Lenny fighting off Smith. Turns around though. Polcaro gets it right back. Ahead, but that's broken up by Burns. Trapped at midfield by Hodling. Ahead for Walpole. Sent into the corner, Canberra. And now Burns will kick it across the sideline. We'll have a throw in for Brockport, and now we'll have 3 substitutions. Fitzgerald, 1 for Potsdam.
22's in.
Yep.
2's out. 19's in.
Yep.
So Layla McKeever into the game as well. And for the Golden Eagles, Haley Mitchell, number 16, into the game. 8:42 to go here, first half, still scoreless. Brockport has controlled the play territorially. Shipley now can't control it. Now will be a corner kick for Brockport coming up, and it'll be Mascaro to take that. Mascaro will put it in play. Headed out of there by Metz, but it'll go right back to Mascaro, and she will watch it go over the end line. Another corner kick coming up for Brockport. Smartly played there. Kinley Burns was hustling after it, and Mascaro put her body in front and make sure she didn't get to it, and it just went off the flag in the corner. Mascaro in front. And that is headed over the net, but that must have been off a Bear. Another corner kick coming up, so this is a 3rd straight for Brockport. Mascaro again. Punched out by Bowie, not cleared very far though, and now Shipley gets it out and go back to D'Angelo, plays it to the far side for Mascaro. Trying to get around Robbins, puts it up. Here's Longin with a chance. She's going to shoot, and a save made there by Bowie. Nice reaction. Good ball movement. Good idea there by the Golden Eagles. And now long throw there ahead for McKeever. Magrak will chip that back, though. Crossan will intercept it. Taken away by Walpole to Mann. Back to Walpole. Here come the Golden Eagles again. Magrak across midfield. Shipley in front. Now a long ball ahead. And that'll go in on Bowie. Smart move there as Longin was charging in. 6:40 to go first half. Brockport's done just about everything but score so far. That skips past Metz. Now Burns plays it ahead off of Magrak to Walpole to the near side. McKeever. McKeever to Metz. Back to McKeever. Gets past her. Magrak picks it up for Brockport. Up for Smith. Here's Longin. And that is over for D'Angelo. Back to Polcaro. And that gets by Mascaro. Potsdam trying to turn around McKenna Crossan. D'Angelo sends it back in the other direction. Mascaro gets it past Burns. And that'll be kicked out of there by Metz. Smart play there. And it'll be a throw in for Brockport. Longin. Now it's knocked away. Brockport gets it back. Mascaro. Headed down by Metz. Here's Margaret crossing to McKeever on the near side. She's hustling after, trying to get around Magrak. She will. Can she keep it in? She does. McKeever. That'll be kicked out by Mann. Good job by McKeever to keep the ball moving forward. Nice recovery by Mann to prevent her from breaking loose. Mann now will head it towards midfield. McKenna crossing to Shipley. Dentel ahead for Margaret crossing. 4:47 to go here first half. Here's Fitzgerald for Potsdam. That's knocked out by Sydney Smith. Potsdam will throw it in. It will be Fitzgerald to do the honors. 4:35 to go first half, still scoreless. Both teams need a victory here today. Brockport, I believe, can clinch a playoff spot if they win. Potsdam can leapfrog them into the final spot, but it won't be clinched today if they can pull out the victory. Sydney Smith. Here's McKenna crossing, heads it forward. McKeever and Magrak collide, and they are going to call, I believe, McKeever. They're going to say McKeever fouled Magrak. And she's slow to get up. 4:03 on the clock, still running. McKeever gets to her feet, and she is up slowly. But it'll be a free kick for Brockport. 3:50 to go first half. So here's Hodling to kick it away. Headed up in the air by Shipley. Polcaro trying to keep control. Knocked away from her. McKenna crossing now with it for Potsdam. And that's picked up by Longin. Gets it back to Walpole, to Polcaro, to Mascaro at the middle of the field. Now to the far side, I believe that's Mitchell, and we've got an injured Golden Eagles, Kylie Longin. Didn't see what happened to her. Bears trainer Alex Birking will rush out to check her out. Did not hesitate. So with 3:14 to go in the first half, Kylie Longin will be looked at near midfield. We are in a scoreless contest here. Brockport's had a lot of chances. Potsdam's been able to keep them off the board. So we'll be right back. So we're back here, just about ready to get underway. Unfortunately, Kylie Long is going to have to come off. Hopefully, she'll be able to return in her place for the Golden Eagles as Cameron Pettit, number 26. So the officials are restarting play. Shipley knocks it down, sends it forward back to into the defense. Hodling picks it up. Head for Mascaro. To the sideline. Here comes Mitchell for Brockport. Chips that ahead. Sidney Smith got a foot on it, couldn't do anything else. And Dentel knocks it forward. Here's Mascaro into the corner, near the corner. Robbins takes it away, though. Now it's deflected. Dentel will boot it out. That'll go into the Potsdam bench area with 2:39 to go here in the first half. And here comes the throw-in for Brockport. Headed right back out, this time off of a Golden Eagle. Potsdam will throw it in. Past Morrissey, down the sideline, and that'll go out of play. Actually, off of a Golden Eagle, so it'll be another Potsdam throw-in. Right in midfield, in for Margaret Crossan. Now the Golden Eagles get it back, long ball. And a foot race there, and Savannah Bowie will get there first. Sidney Smith right on the doorstep. 1:55 to go in the first half. Bowie has played well. She's made smart decisions. She's been knocked down once, and still tough enough to hang in there. Here's Mascaro the other way for Brockport. Head for Pettit, I believe. Yes, knocked away by the Bears. McKenna Crossan picks it up. Gets it over to Morrissey. Here's Shipley. Shipley playing ahead. Now that's deflected to the sideline. D'Angelo will pick it up for Brockport. And that'll go out of play. Potsdam throwing in midfield. 1:17 to go here in the first half. Shipley plays it forward into the corner. And that'll be Hodling chasing after it. And we got 1 minute even to go here in the first half, still scoreless. And now have a foul against Brockport. And I believe that was number 16, Mitchell, who fouled 24, Shipley. And now knocked back the other way by Brockport. Pettit knocks it across midfield. Dentel waiting for it. And Burns knocks it across midfield now. Headed down by the Golden Eagles. Picked up by Robbins. Shipley to the far side. And now Walpole can't keep it in. Potsdam will have a throw in. 21 seconds to go. We'll see how much more play the Bears get in here before time expires. 14 seconds. Shipley sends it long. And that'll go off of D'Angelo out of play. 7 seconds. Morrissey throws it in. Mann is waiting for it. She'll kick that out of play. And that'll be the end of the half. So real quick, we'll recap the first half statistics. And then we'll take a break and be back with the start of the second half. And these shots of the first half, Brockport with all of them, 15-0 there. 5 saves made by the Bears. Savannah Bowie with 5 saves. There was a team save as well. The corner kick 7-2 in favor of the Golden Eagles. And with that, again, a reminder, in this top 6 teams in the standings make the playoffs. And Brockport is in the 6th spot for right now. They are 1 point ahead of Potsdam with 7 points to Potsdam 6. Oswego also with 6 points. They have beaten Potsdam, so if it came down to Potsdam and Oswego would have the head-to-head tiebreaker. That Oswego game will not be played till 7 o'clock tonight. So Potsdam needing a win here, that would put them in a playoff position with a conference game to go next weekend against Plattsburgh. So with that, we'll take a break. We'll be back with the start of the second half. So we're about to get underway here in the second half, still scoreless. Brockport with big edge in shots in that first half. Looks like Kylie Longan is still a bit roughed up because Cameron Pettit started the second half in her place. Came in after Longan was hurt. Played well, created a lot of those opportunities for Brockport, though the Bears were able to keep them off the board. That goes over the sideline, and now we will have D'Angelo throw it in for Brockport. Brockport trying to clinch a playoff spot with a victory here today. Potsdam trying to leapfrog them in the standings, though I don't believe they would not clinch if they did win, but they would move into that playoff spot. Pettit in the corner stops it right before it goes over the sideline, now kicked out of play by Burns. Oswego tied with the Bears in the standings with 6 points. They're both tied for 7th. So if a tie or a loss by Brockport would prevent them from clinching a playoff spot, Potsdam would move ahead of them. A tie would inch Brockport towards clinching, but not clinch it today. And that's towards midfield. McKeever out there for Potsdam. And that's knocked away. Mann couldn't control it. McKenna Crossan, that was played ahead, but Hodling stops that one. Might have been a breakaway for Haley Von Ahn had the ball gotten through. Played back to Polcaro. Polcaro ahead for Pettit. Pettit comes away with it. Burns looks like she tweaked her ankle on the play. And Metz will kick that towards the sideline. Kept in by Von Ahn, but Canberra picks it up. Back to D'Angelo, ahead for Pettit. Pettit looks like she's got a cast on her right forearm or wrist. It's back towards midfield. Walpole will play it the other way. Von Ahn sends it back. Mann is there to defuse the situation, though. Up the sideline, Shipley for Potsdam. And D'Angelo back towards midfield off of Robbins. Metz heads it forward. Headed up in the air by Polcaro. Canberra. And now that's knocked forward. Pettit trying to get around Burns. Knocked away by Burns towards midfield. Walpole plays it ahead. Far side Polcaro, but Fitzgerald gets there first. Mascaro. And she'll play it back to Mann on defense. Knocked ahead for Polcaro. Metz chips it back towards midfield. Now played forward by Magrak. Burns waiting for it. Back towards the sideline. Metz will break free a little bit. Actually, Speranza on the far side. Up the sideline, hustling after is McKeever, trying to use that speed. Getting around here, and that is finally broken up by Mann, but the speed by McKeever has created a corner kick for Potsdam. Bears still looking for a good scoring opportunity. We're in a scoreless game. Brockport's had plenty of them, but it has not scored yet. Potsdam trying to get on the board first in a crucial game. McKenna Crossan will put it in play for Potsdam. And it'll hook back out towards the top of the box, headed out by Brockport. Potsdam gets it back, though. Fitzgerald puts it forward. It'll go over the end line, and we will have a goal kick coming up for Brockport. 41 minutes to go in this second half, still scoreless. Juliana Parisi will defer to Carly Mann for the goal kick. Sent towards midfield. Pettit battling with Metz. Pettit comes away with it. Sends it ahead looking for Sydney Smith. Goes out of play. Potsdam have a throw in. And that'll be Grace Fitzgerald to send it in for the Bears. And that'll be knocked out again. They'll move upfield. Fitzgerald will do it again. Right at midfield this time. Up the sideline, and we go out of play off of a Bear, and Brockport will throw it in. Headed up in the air. Headed forward by Shipley. Out of play again. Another throw in for Brockport. Walpole to the far side looking for Canberra. Robbins guarding her closely. Canberra trying to get around her. Now a foot race there. Kept in play, now knocked out, and it will be a Potsdam throw in, I believe. No, it's going to be Brockport.
Sometimes the players will give the call away. Just watch them a little bit.
And they'll leave it for D'Angelo. Sophia D'Angelo will throw it in for Brockport. 39:05 to go in the second half. Still scoreless.
No corner, guys!
Robbins kicks it out of play. Another throw in for D'Angelo.
The players, not the ball!
The ball don't commit the foul.
Pettit to Canberra. Canberra in the corner now. And that'll go over the end line. Goal kick for Potsdam. Nice defense played there by Emma Robbins, not giving Canberra any space to maneuver, and that's basically created the goal kick for Potsdam. Here is Kinley Burns. Across midfield. Hodling. Now Metz will play it long. D'Angelo hustling after Haley Von On in pursuit. And that'll be kicked out of play. Potsdam will have a throw in. Michaela Shipley. 38:05 to go. Here's McKeever. She takes a shot wide after the turnover by Mann.
Yeah, so write that down.
Bears trying to stay in the playoff hunt, need a victory today. They have not missed the playoffs since 2016. Of course, there was no season last year. 3 straight SUNYAC playoff appearances under head coach Mark Mishak and Potsdam's new athletic director. Bears had never had a SUNYAC playoff appearance before 2017. They made the playoffs in 2017, 18, and 19. And Polcaro plays in the corner. Here's Pettit. And that'll be kicked by Dentel, I believe, off of Pettit. They're going to say, and it will be a corner kick for Brockport. It looked like Dentel did a nice job, but she didn't argue the call. And Mascaro will have the corner kick for Brockport. You got to fix the clock.
I know. I just
Okay.
realized that. It's like 36 minutes. Yeah.
So Mascaro. That was blocked before they could get it away. Potsdam clears up field. McKeever, very good speed. Polcaro in pursuit. McKeever looking for some help. Plays it over to Speranza. Back to McKeever. Now chipped away. Magrak will kick that into the Bears bench. And we'll have a throw in for Potsdam. 36:04 to go.
Get our win if we win it.
That'll go out of play.
Oh, just, yeah, now it's throwing the Brockport.
Okay.
Have a Golden Eagle throw in.
Yeah, the clock was off the whole time.
Smith battling for it with, and then Polcaro plays it back to Mann. Mann ahead for midfield. Pettit and Metz knocked away by Metz. And back come the Eagles. Here's Metz. Long ball ahead. Mann and Speranza will hustle after, go over the end line, and a goal kick for Brockport. 35-15. Much more even play in the second half so far. We're almost 10 minutes in, so still early. Potsdam with the only shot of this half. Layla McKeever launched one wide right. Here's Carly Mann to take the goal kick for Brockport. 34:54 to go in the second half. Over midfield, and Dentel will kick it out of play. Throw in for Sydney Smith and Brockport. Ahead looking for Pettit, and she heads it right back out. Potsdam will have a throw in now. Both teams badly need a victory today. Another throw in for Potsdam. Grace Fitzgerald will throw it in for the Bears. And what's the whistle for? And we'll get started again. Ahead looking for Speranza, that went out of play, and Brockport will throw it in now. In for Smith. Smith, now Shipley takes it away. Plays it up the sideline. Man waiting for it, sends it back. Here's Polcaro. Nice play there by Metz, but it's only temporary. And here comes Walpole. She takes a shot, and that is knocked down by Savannah Bowie, and she recovers with Pettit charging in. Knocked it down with her hands and had to run out and grab it. Trapped by Shipley. Plays it to Metz. Now ahead looking for McKenna Cross, and charging in there, though, is Magrak. Shipley gets it back. Up for Speranza looking for McKeever, and that'll be kicked over the sideline by Hodling, who wasn't taking any chances. Potsdam will have a throw in deep in the Brockport end with 33:09 to go.
Ready to roll, 1-6.
And McKenna crossing in the corner. Magrak in front of her. That'll be kicked off Magrak, and smart play there by McKenna Crossan. Will be a throw in for the Bears. Now here's Mascaro ahead looking for Pettit, trying to get around Metz. Plays it long. Burns will hustle after it. Canberra kind of hanging back to see what she does with it. Now Canberra charging in. That'll be kicked out of play by Burns. Sophia D'Angelo will throw it in for Brockport. Up for Canberra, and she can't control it. Potsdam will throw it in. Emma Robbins up the sideline. Shipley and Canberra plays it ahead for Pettit. Cross by Pettit. That's broken up by Dentel off of Mascaro. Played ahead. Here's Metz now with a little bit of room. Long ball. Magrak knocks it down. Goes around McKenna Crossan. Up for Sydney Smith. She chips it forward looking for Pettit. Played to the sideline. Smith will hustle after it. And that'll go out off of Smith. Potsdam will throw it in. 31-27 to go, second half, still scoreless. Knocked down by Smith, and I think they're going to call her for a handball. So a free kick for the Bears after the handball by number 25, Sydney Smith. Here is Emma Robbins to kick it away. 31 minutes to go. Off of Polcaro. Sydney Smith. Polcaro again for Pettit. Smith. Here's Walpole. Walpole, she takes a long shot, bounces in on Savannah Bowie, and she makes the save.
It was 21. Yep.
And that's knocked down by Polcaro. McKenna Crossan gets it back. Over for Grace Fitzgerald on the far side. That's taken away by Canberra. Up for Mascaro. Ahead for Pettit. Pettit puts a cross in front. That's deflected off of Bear over the sideline. We'll have a corner kick for Brockport with 30 minutes to go in regulation here. Mascaro, number 6, will take the corner. And it scoots through, and Canberra drives it home. Number 2 with the goal for Brockport, with an assist from number 6, Julia Mascaro. And that puts Brockport up with a crucial goal here. About 16 minutes into the second half.
Is this the right time? Right there, let's go!
So 2 from 6 on the goal, and Brockport leads it.
Right, now press.
Back the other way. So now with 29:26 to go, the Bears need to get the equalizer here to stay alive. Holdling will take the kick towards midfield off of Shipley. Fitzgerald knocks it down. McKenna crossing in the corner. Speranza is going to hustle after it, man in front of her, and they're going to call her offsides.
That was not off.
So now they're going to position the ball for a free kick, and it'll be Holdling to take it. 28:32 to go. 1-0 Brockport in a critical game. Bears need to get even to stay alive. Walpole plays it ahead, broken up by the Bears. Now Robbins having trouble, headed for by Canberra. That goes off of Robbins, back towards midfield. Walpole plays it ahead for Mascaro. Ahead for Pettit. Cross in front, and that goes by everybody. Polcaro was a little bit late, or she would have had a great opportunity to score. So that goes out of play. A Brockport throw-in. Looks like Shayna Lenny is getting ready to come in for Potsdam. Next opportunity. As Brockport, here's a chance in front. Mascaro takes a shot. That's deflected. Nice job by Emily Metz. Actually, no, it was McKenna Crossan who deflected that one, so it'll be a goal kick. Or that would have been right on the money there. I'm not sure where Bowie would have been. She might have been able to make the save, or it might have found the back of the net. But either way, it's a corner kick for Brockport. Mascaro will take it. 27:09 to go. Clock is running. Mascaro puts it in front. Squirts through. Magrak. Now here's Walpole. Nobody can get a shot away. Finally, the Bears get it out of there. To the far side, Mascaro will get it back for Brockport. Gets around McKeever. Puts a cross into the box. Canberra there. And that'll be kicked over the end line by Burns. Another corner coming up. Mascaro will take the corner again. 26:35 to go. 1-0 Brockport. They are putting on the pressure now. Had lots of pressure in the first half, but weren't able to score. Now they have a 1-0 lead. They're trying to add to. Put it in front. Smith trying to get control. Plays it back. Walpole. Actually, D'Angelo takes a long shot wide. Number 20, wide left. 26:12 to go. And we'll have a goal kick for the Bears. And Shayna Lenny is back into the game for Potsdam, and she'll take Grace Fitzgerald's spot. Burns will take the goal kick for Potsdam, as she has been most of this weekend. That's off of Mascaro, over for Haley Von On for Potsdam. Gets around D'Angelo. Can she keep it in? And she cannot. Polcaro. That'll leave it for D'Angelo.
Make the right call!
That was white. Kicking the ball on white.
Right, shut up.
Metz moves it ahead. McKeever now for Potsdam. Goes off of Walpole. She gets it back. Plays it ahead for Mascaro. Now Burns drives it upfield. Trapped by Magrak. Puts it up high near midfield. Walpole heads it forward. Chip forward by Mascaro. Off of Pettit. Pettit now trying to control it. In for Magrak. Now she misplays it. Metz gets it back for Potsdam. McKenna crossing. And that'll go out of play. It'll be a Brockport throw, and Magrak will send it in. 24:37 to go here in regulation. 1-0 Brockport. And that's booted up and over the sideline. A throw in for Brockport. 24:18 left. In for Carly Mann. She boots it ahead for Pettit. Bounces off a couple bodies. Now Metz sends it forward. Along the sideline, hustling after it is Speranza, and it'll go over the sideline. Throw in for Brockport. And now we will have, looks like Maeve Morrissey getting ready to come back in for Potsdam with 23:50 to go. After this throw in, though, because it's a Brockport throw in. Lenny chips it forward, and I think that went out of play. So we'll have a Brockport throw in right in front of the Bears bench. Sent across midfield. And we will have a Potsdam throw in. Now Morrissey back in. She's going to take Haley Von On's spot. Morrissey, a long and successful career with the Bears. 3 playoff appearances. First team All-Suniac in 2019.
Go, Bears!
Walpole plays that ahead. Pettit will chase it into the corner. She's got Sydney Smith in front. Here's the cross in front. Goes past everybody. And Savannah Bowie will pick it up. 22:50 on the clock. 1-0 Brockport. Bowie boots it towards midfield, ahead for Shipley. Over for McKenna crossing. Back to Shipley. To Metz. Looks ahead for Speranza. She gets it back to Lenny, and that'll go over the sideline. Throw in for Brockport. 22:25 to go. Off of Lenny, another Brockport throw in. Metz, I think she was out of play as well, so another throw in for Brockport. And that's headed towards the Bears' goal, but Dentel, I think, moved it ahead. Now I think they're calling a foul late. So Smith will leave it for Mascaro. There's a long boot there in front, headed up in the air by Burns. Pettit moved it forward, now kicked out of there by Potsdam. D'Angelo will get there for Brockport, sends it ahead. Trapped by Metz, didn't get a lot on that. Now Shipley will play it forward, looking for Maeve Morrissey. And Brockport gets it back, Polcaro. And that'll skip past everybody over the end line, and it will be a Potsdam goal kick. And in comes a substitution for Brockport. Magrak's going out, and it will be Kayla Bailey, the senior defender from Madison, New Jersey, coming in for the Golden Eagles.
Go, Marvin.
Burns towards midfield. Polcaro knocks it down. Here's Sydney Smith. She's got Pettit with her to her right. The cross is broken up by Dentel. Not cleared away, though. Now Robbins will hustle it up field. And she's shoved down. No call there. Polcaro gets it back for Brockport. Plays it over for Canberra. Back for Polcaro. Sent to the far side. Broken up by Lenny. Not really cleared, though. Canberra plays ahead. Pettit. Here's Smith. So and they're going to call that offsides. So Bears get a break there. Sydney Smith was offsides, and that goal will not count. 19:50 to go here in the second half. 1-0 Brockport. So Burns will kick it away for Potsdam. Bears trail by 1. Back to Carly Mann. Gets around McKeever. Trying to get around Speranza. And now she'll boot it long. Pettit and Dentel in the corner. Dentel will send it over the sideline. Throw in coming up for Brockport. It looks like they will have a substitution. Or not. No substitution for Brockport yet. Looks like Megan Sardi getting ready to come back in for the Bears. Here's a throw in by the Golden Eagles. Shipley. Now played ahead, loose in front, off of Burns. And that'll be sent over the sideline, and it'll be a throw in for Brockport, and they will have a substitution. And that'll be Allison Izario. Allison Izario.
30 in, 14 out. 15 in, 14 out.
Megan Sardi back into the game for Potsdam. That's thrown in. Up for McKeever. Got Walpole in front of her. Knocked away by Walpole. Back to Lenny, though. She sends it ahead. Mann plays it. McKeever sends it to the far side. D'Angelo pops that one up in the air. Mann heads it forward towards midfield. Shipley now. Back to Metz. Sardi with it. She's got Morrissey ahead on her right. Morrissey now. Morrissey trying to make a move here. That's broken up by D'Angelo, and finally Walpole takes control. 17-17 left in the second half. 1-0 Brockport. Skips all the way back to Sammy Dentel on defense. Played ahead, Sardi. And that's taken away by Izariu. Walpole up for Sydney Smith. Smith trying to get around Metz. Metz breaks that up. Ahead for Sardi. Shipley now. Here's Morrissey. Shipley. Here's Morrissey on the right. Chance for Potsdam. Morrissey puts a cross in front, knocked down by Mann, and cleared out of there by Hodling. Back to Metz. Up for Sardi. And now that's knocked away by D'Angelo ahead for Pettit. Battling with Burns. Burns gets it over to Speranza. Here's McKeever. McKeever trying to get around Mann. She does. McKeever, here's the chance at the top of the box. She's ridden off the play. And now D'Angelo knocks it to Pettit. Pettit breaks loose there after a stumble by Metz. Pettit plays it ahead, looking for Smith. Smith gets control. Smith, top of the box, right side, and she takes a shot. Not sure if that was on goal or going wide, but Savannah Bowie takes control. 15:44 to go. Back towards midfield. Here's Lenny for Potsdam with 15:30 to go. Collision there with Canberra, and that'll go over the sideline. Brockport throw in, and it's going to be Caleb Bailey, I believe, number 27, to throw it in. 15-22. Izariu now kicked out of there by Dentel. And that'll go out of play near midfield. It'll be a Brockport throw-in. Just over 15 minutes to go here in regulation. Walpole kicks that downfield. Stays in play for now. Pettit will knock it out. And Potsdam will throw it in. Shayna Lenny. Now we've got a substitution for Potsdam. Speranza is out. Here's Canberra for Brockport. That's knocked downfield and now kicked upfield off of McKeever. Holdling drives it back towards the Potsdam end. And that goes off of Brockport. Potsdam will throw it in. Shayna Lenny. 14-14 to go. Brockport with a 1-0 lead. Here's Pettit trying to turn around, plays it ahead for Smith. Smith just waiting to break free. She's been on the brink all day long. Again, the goal scorer for Brockport, that came at 60-26 in this one, and it was Lara Canberra with an assist from Julia Mascaro. And that is the difference in the game right now. Shayna Lenny will throw it back in for Potsdam in front of the Brockport bench. In off of Vaughn on. Shipley heads it to McKeever. Back to Shipley. She sends it upfield, and they're going to say it went off of Walpole. Walpole disagrees, but it will be a Potsdam throw-in. Lenny. And that's taken away by Mascaro. Up for Pettit. Looking to spring Smith again. Good recovery by the Bears to slow things down. Canberra, the goal scorer. Here's Pettit. Sends it into the corner for Izariu. She'll try to get around Lenny, and that'll go off Lenny and out of play. Throw in for Brockport. 12:44 to go. Eagles send it in. Canberra is there. And now it's kicked out by Burns. And now we've got a Golden Eagle down on the field, and we'll have the Bears trainer Alex Birkin come out again to take another look. And with that, we'll take a quick break and be back for the conclusion of this game. It's 12:18 on the clock, which is stopped currently 1-0 Brockport. So the Brockport Golden Eagles goal scorer, Lara Canberra, will kind of limp off the field. It'll be Briley Hateman coming in to take her spot. There's 12:18 to go in this contest with Brockport leading 1-0. Sent up the sideline. Shipley drives it downfield now. Carly Mann chasing after it for Brockport. And she'll kick it out of play. The Bears with a throw in. Down just one. Still plenty of time for a charge here to get even. But Potsdam's got to get moving. They got to make something happen. Hateman, that goes off of, well, she'll bump it off a Bear, and Brockport will throw it in. 11:42 left. Off of Izariu, and Potsdam will throw it in. Lenny. Mann heads it forward. And now Brockport. Mascara will play it over for Walpole. Long pass ahead for Smith. Trying to control it. Robbins will get control. Keep it in play. Head for Sardi. And now they're going to call it out of play. Late whistle there. And D'Angelo will throw it in for Brockport. Bounce over Pettit and Burns. Burns sends it back the other way. And now looks like we're going to have a foul, I assume, calling Smith, number 25, for fouling number 16, Emma Robbins. Robbins will kick it downfield. Across midfield, Hodling will get it for Brockport. And she'll send it back across midfield. Trapped by Lenny, can't control it. Far side, Hateman will keep it in play. Gets around Dentel into the corner, looking for Pettit. And that'll be knocked out of play by Potsdam, so a throw-in for Brockport coming up. Looks like Margaret Crossan will be the next sub for Potsdam to come into the game. We were just under 10 minutes ago now, 1-0 Brockport. Izariu has it knocked away. Von on the far side keeps it in play, but Izariu gets it back. And now it's going to be Megan Sardi picking it up for Potsdam. Across the field, looking for Morrissey. And that'll be kicked out of play by Sydney Smith. Morrissey will leave it for Emma Robbins. 9:20 on the clock. And now here's a substitution. Be Margaret Crossan coming in for Emily Metz. And a substitution for Brockport. It'll be Polcaro back in the game for Izariu. And that's headed out by D'Angelo. Headed up in the air by Hodling. Sardi turns it around, and she'll take a shot. That'll hook wide to the left of the net. Haley Von On was charging in, a little bit behind it, but it hooked well away from that left post. 8:35 to go, and now a goal kick for Brockport. Carly Mann will take it. Sent up towards midfield, knocked down by McKeever, now kicked across midfield by Hodling. Lenny will kick it back the other way into the Bears bench, and we'll have a throw-in for Brockport. Up the sideline, Pettit gets control for Brockport. Polcaro can't control it. Sardi now, and now Polcaro is going to foul Sardi, and we'll have a free kick for the Bears. Burns gets it over to Lenny on the far side. Pettit challenging her. That'll go out of play. And we finally have a little bit of sun coming out here as we get towards sunset. Shining on the far side of the field with the benches. 7:26 to go. Lenny chips it forward into the corner. McKeever's going to hustle after, try to get around Mann. And now Mann kicks it away. Margaret Crossan keeps it in play. Plays it back to Sardi. For Shipley. Sardi trying to break free. That is broken up there by Polcaro. Walpole with it now. It goes off of Sardi. Here's the near side. Sydney Smith with it. Robbins in front of her. He kind of bumps her off the ball. Plays it back to Dentel. And it's over for Von On, trying to get around. And she's fouled there. Von On fouled by, I believe, number 27, Kayla Bailey. Mascaro plays it ahead. Lenny is there, goes off the side of her foot, pops up in the air. Sardi gets a head on it. Pettit turns it around, plays it to the far side. I think that's Hateman. It will go off of Lenny, and it'll be a throw-in for Brockport. 6:17 to go, and Brockport's going to have a substitution. And won't come into the game just yet. So headed back the other way. Sardi battling for it. Now kicked away there. Up for Sydney Smith. Smith trying to break free. She's ridden off the play. And Savannah Bowie will pick it up. Magrak getting ready to come back in for Brockport. Past. It'll skip past Margaret Crossan. Mascaro plays it over to the far side for Hateman. And that'll be kicked out of play by Lenny. Nope, kept in play. Mann steps up now for Brockport. Over for Mascaro on the far side. Good footwork there. Finally, she's fouled, and we'll have a free kick coming up for Brockport. Mascaro was fouled. I'm not sure if it was Sardi or Von On. Just over 5 minutes to go in this one. Potsdam trails 1-0. Sent into the box, headed down by Burns. Walpole chips it forward. Lenny knocks it ahead. Morrissey with D'Angelo right behind her. Now D'Angelo kicks it away, back deep into the Bears' end. Pettit will hustle after it. She'll keep it in play. Take it in the corner, run some clock. And now Burns will kick it out. Throw-in coming up for Brockport. 4:26. And now here comes a substitution. And Magrak is back into the game, taking the spot of Kayla Bailey. 4:23 on the clock. Thrown in by Brockport into the corner. Pettit, who's done a very good job since Kylie Longan had to leave with an injury. In for Burns. Pettit and Smith battling for it, and it'll be a throw-in for Brockport. Sydney Smith again will throw it in for the Golden Eagles. 3:50 on the clock. Time running out on the Bears. Pettit has it taken away. Sent ahead for Margaret Crossan. Now knocked away by Polcaro. Back to Mascaro. Mascaro keeps control. Plays it back to Hodeling. Up for Pettit, trying to break free there. Burns kicks it away from her, but not very far. Sardi and Polcaro battle for it. To the sideline, Sydney Smith. Back to D'Angelo. D'Angelo ahead for Polcaro. Smith into the corner looking for Pettit, and that will be kept in. right along the end line, picked up by Dentel. Smith. And now Robbins ahead for McKeever, kicked out by Walpole. 2:50 to go. Bears need a charge here. Played up for Crossan, ahead for McKeever. Back to Crossan, but she can't get there. Mann will kick it downfield. Dentel over for Robbins. Robbins upfield, headed down by Mascaro. Sardi. Mascaro kicks it towards midfield. Polcaro drives it downfield now. Here's Smith in pursuit. Burns gets there first. It goes off of Smith and out of play, and it'll be a Potsdam throw-in. 2:15 to go. 1-0 Brockport. D'Angelo charges in, knocks it away. Polcaro now sends it downfield. So Bowie keeps it in play. Sends it up for Vaughn on. Actually, yes, that was Vaughn on. Pettit. And now they're going to call Burns for fouling Pettit. One and a half minutes to go. So, Sydney Smith will take the kick. Plays it over to Polcaro, and she will send it back into the box. Lenny knocks it down. Sardi plays it forward. Up looking for Maeve Morrissey. 1:07 to go. Bears need something here. Kicked away by D'Angelo. Back to Shipley. Robbins plays it forward for Margaret Crossan. Shipley sends ahead. Here's a chance for McKeever, right side. McKeever puts across, actually into the hands of Parisi. I think it was a cross. 40 seconds, and Parisi will finally boot it upfield. Not a lot on that. Kind of bounced off McKeever. Polcaro, towards midfield. Burns. Shipley. 26 seconds to go. Walpole takes control. Plays it ahead for Pettit. Pettit, long ball downfield with Hateman in pursuit. 14 seconds. This will probably do it. And that'll go out of play off of Lenny. So a throw-in for Brockport. They probably won't even make an attempt. And that'll do it. Brockport takes the 1-0 victory, and I believe that cements them in the final playoff spot with 10 points. So the Bears drop to 6-8 overall. 2-6 in conference play. Brockport improves to 7-2, and they are 3-1 in the SUNYAC. And we'll take a quick look at the stats here. Again, the goal scorer today was Lara Canber in the 61st minute with an assist from Julia Mascaro. And Brockport out shooting the Bears today 21-2. Parisi with it. Handled the ball some today, but not a lot of pressure on her. Savannah Bowie with 7 saves. So with that, Potsdam will host Castleton University on Tuesday in a non-conference contest at 4 p.m. Then they host Plattsburgh next Saturday at 1 p.m. on Senior Day. They will then wrap up the season on Tuesday the 26th when they host Clarkson at 7 p.m. So we'll be back on Tuesday night with another broadcast here on PotsdamBears.com. Thank you for joining us.